Hey, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to the No Magicite Challenge Run for Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Today, we're going to start things off with another battle against a Brachiosaur, because I did ultimately decide on farming at least one economizer. So let's have Locke finish him off and see if we can't get it to drop. Man, even without Magicite, Locke is capable of dealing so much damage thanks to that Valiant Knife. It is such a good weapon. Alright, got it, the economizer. Fifth time is the charm. Again, as I mentioned previously already, you do not have to go after that relic if you don't want to. The gold hairpin is a perfectly fine alternative. But you guys know I love being overpowered, and the economizer is just ridiculous. It was also eating away at my soul not having it. Or maybe it's because I'm a try-hard overachiever like my girlfriend calls me. Yeah, she's right, I am. Alright, since we're in the area, let's go ahead and take care of another little side quest. Well, it's not really a side quest per se, it's more of a cutscene, but in order to trigger the event, you have to have at least Gaul and Sabin in your party. The other two party members can be whoever you want. I'm gonna go with Locke and Edgar. Sure, why not? Okay, where we want to go is right over here. Oh god, not this music. Hey old man, what's up? Hey look, I'm not your personal handyman. Do it yourself. Wait a minute. Come to think of it, we did hear a lot of rumors about a man abandoning his child near the Veld. Could it be? No. There's no way this crazy old bastard could be Gau's father. I mean, it's just a rumor, right? It's not possible. Oh, well, if you say so, Sabin. I'm glad you're clairvoyant enough to be absolutely positive, without even so much as a nut hair of doubt, that this old man is Gau's father. But yeah, he is. Remember guys, standard rule of JRPGs number 47 dictates that rumors are always true. Always. I don't think that's such a good idea. What do you mean? A makeover? Sabin, you're wearing blue jeans and a tank top. I don't think you're in any position to be giving fashion advice. What's wrong with eating with your fingers? What if he's eating pizza? A monk trying to teach a feral wonder kid manners. Huh? Oh, I get it, okay. I'm guessing they didn't like what Terra picked out for God to wear. That's why she got all pissed off. Geez, Sabin, you're a savage. A jaunty hat. What does that even mean? It looks like they don't like those suggestions so far. Really, Sabin? You picked out a red jumpsuit? Now who looks like the aerobics instructor? Yeah, I don't think that works too well. I agree, Setzer. Now that would be pretty cool. You can't go wrong with a trench coat. Hey, there we go. tuxedo, a silk hat, and a rose in his teeth. What the? Look, we're not trying to court the old man, Edgar. Chill out. Yeah, bandanas are cool. Yeah, that is true. Why, you little... KO! Oh, oh. Oh, here we go. I'm sure he'll embrace you with loving arms, Gaw. Who in blazes are you? What? Father. The music here is so touching. It really makes this sad event just makes it feel. Although I'll be honest with you guys, it doesn't get me right in the feels. No, this definitely isn't Nier Automata. Oh, that game. That game is amazing. And if you haven't played it yet, you owe it to yourself to experience that masterpiece. So good. You know, now that I think about it, Nier Automata is probably... No, it definitely is one of my all-time favorite games. It's right up there in the top 3, easy. Oh, I just cannot gush about that game enough. Really, maybe I should play that for the channel. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere, Sabin. He's just too delusional. Why are you stopping him? Maybe a good beating will knock some sense into him. Aww. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Well, we tried, Gaw, we tried. It's just time to live and let go. He's just too far gone and too senile. But hey, at least you know he's alive and, well, air quotes. Alright, that takes care of that, and I believe that now wraps up every side quest and side event that we can do. But before we go to Kefka's Tower, I do want to take a couple of minutes to show you guys a couple of grinding spots. So let's go over here to Miranda, and I'm going to rearrange my party and be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and I brought Realm into the party for this because if you'll remember, her cat ear hood doubles the amount of gold that you get after winning a battle, making the desert just south of Miranda here one of the best places in the game to farm money. Because you only fight 2 enemies. One of them is the Hoover, who will counterattack anything you do by casting Sandstorm. Sandstorm is wind elemental, so you can equip thunder shields or anything that protects you against wind elemental damage and you'll be just fine. The Hoover is also vulnerable to instant death attacks, so you can go that route as well. Very quick, very easy, and you get 20,000 gold. The only thing you really have to watch out for from that enemy is Crush, which deals a moderate amount of damage if your characters are in the front row. It's somewhere around 2,500, but it's not too bad if you're in the back row. I do have Marvel Shoes equipped on both of my ladies here, just in case they do get hit by it. And I have the Economizer on Realm, so she can cast Ultima for 1 MP. And this is a really good place to also learn spells. So I'll be doing this off screen to teach Ultima to Celeste and Terra. As you saw, the Hoover gives you 5 magic points per battle, which isn't too bad at all. It's respectable. Hoovers can also cast Quake if you let them live long enough, so you may want to bring Float along if you're doing this earlier in the game, or maybe Gaia Gears, or anything else that protects against Earth Elemental attacks. The Cat Ear Hood itself reduces Earth Elemental attacks by 50%, so I'm not too worried about that. And we'll try one more time to get the other enemy on screen here, and if not, I'll just do it off screen as per usual and bring you back when I have it. But yeah, this is a really good place to get money, as I mentioned, for any last minute shopping before going through the final dungeon, or if you're playing newer versions of the game and you're trying to get the Gilgamesh Magicite, then you're going to need 500,000 gold to buy a sword from the auction house, and this is where I would recommend you get the money from. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do this off screen, and I'll bring you back once I have the other enemy on screen here. Alright, here we go, the Cactuar. If you're playing the original Super Nintendo version of the game like I am, then you don't have to worry about their obnoxious evasion because it's bugged in this game and it doesn't work. Or does it? Yeah, they actually have really high magic evade as well. Also, if you're playing the newer versions of the game where both evades actually work, then you'll want to equip somebody with a Sniper Sight relic. But in this version, you can just go with spells or tools or anything of that nature, and you can kill them very easily and get 10 magic points, making this also a very good place to learn spells. It's like a 2-for-1 stop, gotta love it. And one more thing to note about this desert, man, is that this is where you get the Cactuar Magicite if you're playing newer versions of the game. Very similar to how it works in Final Fantasy VIII. You just keep killing Cactuars, and eventually you'll fight a boss battle against a Jumbo Cactuar. And defeating him will give you the Cactuar Magicite. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that, so yeah. But just know that if you've been playing along and you're doing it now at this point with everything that we have, it should be a cakewalk. You can just kind of steamroll your way right over that boss. Okay, now the other grinding spot I want to show you guys may not be the most popular, but I think it's the best for gaining levels. It's very low risk with a very high reward, and that's just right outside of Narshir. I know a lot of people like to go to Dinosaur Forest to get experience, and yeah, it is a good place. I'm not gonna lie. But if you're just starting off, or if your levels are relatively low like mine, then right out here is a really good place as well. Just make sure that the character you want to level has the experience egg equipped. And typically you want to do this with only one character. However, I don't have access to Vanish unless I have Celeste in my party, so we're just going to go with this setup here. The reason I like this area is because all of the enemies here only have physical attacks. So by casting Vanish on yourself beforehand, you'll never take any damage. Now the exception is going to be that Reach Frog in the back. They have the Blue Magic lore spell of Rippler. Where's Vanish? There it is. And remember, Rippler will exchange your status with theirs, giving them Vanish. If that happens, all you have to do is recast Vanish and continue as you were. One thing to keep in mind also is that I would not bring Shadow here and use the Vanish trick to level grind, because technically speaking, the Interceptor buff that he has is considered it's a hidden status, and if a Reach Frog happens to use Rippler on Shadow, they will actually steal the Interceptor status, and you can no longer counter with Interceptor for the remainder of the game. It just glitches out. So don't do that. So yeah, even with two characters, you get about, a decent amount of experience here. With one character, you can get upwards of, I think it's 18k per battle, and the levels just fly in so quickly. And like I said, you have little to no risk at dying. So I really like this spot here. This is not a good example, but you guys get the idea. And if you are playing with Magicite, this is a really good way to gain some levels and boost your stats prior to going to Kefka's Tower. Decent amount of money there with the cat ear hood as well. Okay. Now let's go back to the Colosseum to show you one last battle here. And I need to change my setup ever so slightly. Okay, I do not have the Illumina, so I'll take care of that and I'll be right back. Alright, going to be using Celeste for this battle, and this fight is actually very easy, but it does require that you have maximum magic evasion of 128%. And you can achieve this by giving the Illumina, Paladin Shield, Mystery Veil, and Minerva to Celeste, or Terra for that matter. And for relics, I gave her a white cape just to make sure I hit that threshold. And the reason is because the enemy we're going to be fighting has a special move called Cinderizer, which is an instant death attack. And for whatever reason, it is ridiculously accurate. And last time I checked, if you don't have maximum evasion, you're gonna die. So that's why you want that. And what we're gonna be doing is wagering Ninja Stars so that we can get Tack Stars, the most powerful throwing star in the game. They're actually quite more powerful than Ninja Stars are. All we do is attack once, he dies, then bam boom, we get Tack Stars. So I'm going to be doing this off screen as well to stock up on these. And technically speaking, there are two more battles I want to show you here at the Colosseum. One is against Chupan and one is against Siegfried. But what I might do is just save those for a bonus episode because it is going to require a little bit of grinding in order for me to be able to defeat them without Magicite. So what I want to do now is stock up on a few things from Albrook, namely those elemental swords. I just want to have a few extras to throw as shadow. And then, like I said, I'm going to stock up on some Tack Stars using the method I just showed you. Do a little bit of ability grinding off screen to get Ultima for Terra, although it's not really necessary. Maybe I won't do that. Well, either way, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Oh, wait, no, there is one more thing. If you are playing newer versions of the game, and you want to go after all the new Magicite that was added, and I believe you can do this right after you get the airship, but if you go to South Figaro or Nicaea and take the ferry, on the way you'll get attacked by Leviathan and be forced to fight him underwater. This is another chance to get Mog's Water Rondo dance if you missed it in the World of Balance. And Leviathan can be pretty tough because he's relatively quick and he has a lot of AoE damage that can wreck your party if you don't have protection against water elemental attacks, which, to be fair, isn't too common this early in the World of Ruin. However, if you go in there with an imp character, with the imp armor, you'll just absorb all the water damage. Put him in the back row with max defense, you'll never take any physical damage, and you virtually can't lose the fight. But if you do want to do it as soon as you get the airship, then go to the Colosseum, get the Minerva like I showed you earlier, and just bring Celeste with you and burn him down with lightning magic. He's not too tough. And that's how you get Leviathan. Okay, now we're going to call it quits here, guys, and next time what we're going to be doing is finally going to Kefka's Tower to try and save the world. Can we do it? Let's find out. So until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kai, and I'll see you next time.